Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now Hall to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hall again on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 43 rail. Right, 97.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Raiders at 6 and 5 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He's going to use his legs here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Straight ahead is Hall. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, right back to Hall. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for this sweep back here at home. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
10 cycles. Shot, 17, Eagle Blue.
Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good.
They'll run with Hall. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Strikers, 3-3. Ready?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 17, Jones. And able to find out on Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before. across midfield.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Brings up 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's complete to Lazard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Chargers first down.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. Buying time to his left. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Jones. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9 now. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for Las Vegas.
38.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
22 middle. Red, cycle. Slide through.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Black.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Let's go now.
Paul want to give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. They'll look to throw here. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here we go, set. 52 blaster. Opposite, green. Hut.
Back to the ground with Hall. Paulson and Debo up to make the stop.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They run again on first down, Chubb. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Jones going, and it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next the score, Raiders 14, Chargers 7.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Ball again on 2nd down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
It's a loss of 9. Brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jones throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find Lazard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shot. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw once more on second and 10. Jones. That is caught. And he's brought down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb. Touchdown, Chargers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Wide receiver. On the bounce at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here's second and 5 now from the 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successful?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
The ball carried by number 8. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Jones. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Raiders 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be
incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Set, ready.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Blue striker. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Chargers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches.